Razvan here for FightHype.com. I'm back here in Brighton with my man Chris Eubank Jr. Chris, how are we?
Good. 2 weeks to go. Feeling fit, feeling strong, feeling focused. Can't wait to get in that ring and do the business.
Last time I came here, I think it was just before the Groves fight. It was cold, it was raining, but the sun's out today, so I'm glad I got to see Brighton from a different perspective, because it was freezing last time. So glad the sun's out and it helps the mood, if I may say.
Yeah, well, cold, rain, wind, snow. I'm training every day, out on the roads, running. That's the life of a fighter. You know, sometimes it's uncomfortable, you've got to deal with it. I was told today that someone's stolen the heaters or the tanks, the gas tanks from the gym. So it's not that warm in here today, unfortunately, but you got to deal with it.
I think last time I spoke to you was just after Dylan White, Derek Chisora, where we spoke briefly just about that particular fight and your up-and-coming fight. We kind of haven't spoken about, obviously, you fought in Saudi Arabia. That was kind of just keep active fight, keep busy fight. We know the warrior that you are. I think you were back in the gym the day after the Groves defeat. But just looking back at that Groves fight, did you learn a lot about yourself?
I learned that preparation is key. I learned that at that level, at the elite level, you need a focused, tailored training camp, and you need a trainer, someone that's going to guide your everyday camp. You can't leave it all to yourself. It's too much. It's too much responsibility. It's too much headache. You know, you need to have people around you that can take the load off. I was doing everything. I was scheduling everything on my own, and didn't have the correct sparring, didn't have a training, didn't have a trainer, and I made mistakes in the fight. It wasn't the best performance I could have put on the night. Now, full-time trainer, specific sparring tailored around what James DeGale is. For the Groves fight, I was sparring a 6'7" cruiserweight who fought nothing like Groves. That's the only sparring I really had for the whole camp. And it's, you know, looking back, it's like, what was I thinking? But now we've corrected those mistakes and we're moving forward, and I'm happy with where I'm at. So you know, we've moved on.
I know you got back in the gym day 2, but you've obviously had 2 defeats in your career, Billy Joe, which was a closer fight than people say than the Groves fight. But did the Groves fight hurt more?
Listen, I'm not here to talk about that. You know, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. You learn from your mistakes and you move on.
Chris, notably in this camp, you brought in a trainer. I know in the past you've had Ronnie Davis, your father, but you said yourself there that you've kind of taken on the workload yourself. How much difference has it made? And are there any regrets that you didn't bring on a trainer earlier in your career?
Yeah, I mean, my father, Ronnie Davis, they've been with me my entire career. I've learned so much from both of them. Invaluable members of my team, my career, and they always will be. But I've never had, you know, a full-time, day in, day out, 7 days a week trainer. I just haven't. It's just not how it's just not what my career has been. You know, I've chosen to do what I want to do in the gym, leading up to a fight, in the fight. Of course, I'm getting advice and stuff in the corner, but I've always been the type of fighter that's just so focused, and I can barely even hear.
Wow.
It's just that's just how I've taught myself to fight. You know, to just believe in what I think is the right path to go down and to just execute. So having a trainer now, having to listen to his advice and take what he's saying on board and try and do what he's telling me to do, it's been a challenge. Sure, it's been something I've had to get used to, but I've been seeing the benefits of it. It does take a lot of the pressure off. It does enable you to focus more on certain things without having to carry the whole load, you know, of planning and executing and strategy and game plan and schedule. You know, sharing that with somebody else. I see the benefits now. You know, am I going to say I regret not doing it before? I can't really say that because I've had such a successful career. I've had so many great wins, so many great performances. Everything happens for a reason. You know, I'm happy with the path that I've come down. Now we're at a new stage in my career, and I'm enjoying it.
You mentioned there about challenges when you go in the corner, and sometimes you're in your own mode and focus, and you can't hear a lot that's going on. Sometimes it takes fighters 2-3 fights to get used to a change or a new trainer. So do you think another challenge is when you're in the ring, when you're in the corner, with those instructions that will be given by Nate, would you listen and adhere, or you know, try?
I have to. I haven't employed him. I haven't had him around me all this time to not without thinking that I'm going to do everything I can to use his knowledge and his information and his expertise. I have to try my best. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. It's going to be the first time that he's been in my corner for a fight. So we are going into the unknown. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't tell you what exactly is going to happen. You know, you think one thing is going to happen in boxing, it's always the other thing. Something always comes up. There's always a spanner in the works somewhere. All I can say is that I am going to try my best to listen and to execute what he's saying to the best of my ability.